Now that we have the front of our postcard completed, let's move on to the back. On our second page, select the line tool on the toolbar and make sure the thickness is set to 1 point in the control bar at the top of the screen. Then hold Shift and drag a straight horizontal line. Now let's be sure to switch back to the selection tool. Since this is a tool we switch back to quite frequently, it's definitely worth noting that the keyboard shortcut is simply to tap the letter V on the keyboard. That's V as in Victor. Now we can duplicate the line a few times by holding Alt or Option and dragging. Let's also hold Shift to drag perfectly straight down. Let's do that a few more times and use the Smart Guides to get 4 evenly spaced lines. Note the small double-headed arrows that show us when we've achieved even spacing. It's also not too late to easily increase or decrease the spacing of this group of lines. Click and drag around the lines to select them, then grab the bottom selection handle and drag up or down. Now we'll make one extra line copy and rotate it 90 degrees, then move it to the center of the page. Let's also stretch the height of it from the top margin all the way down to the bottom margin. We have some text to add to this side, so we need to create a new text frame and drop in some body copy. Go to File, Place, and select the text document provided. Now let's select all the text and style it. We'll use PT Sans Bold for our font at a size of 10 points. For leading, 15 points. And for the spacing between all characters, called tracking, we'll choose 5 points. Now hit Escape to exit the text box, and click our orange swatch from earlier to fill the box. Now we need to adjust the spacing between our text and the edge of the box. Right-click or secondary click on the text box, and choose Text Frame Options. In this panel, we want our inset spacing to be different on the top than it is from the sides. Since we're entering different values in these boxes, we've got to unlink the boxes by clicking here. Now we can type 0.625 for the top and 0.25 for the rest. Then click OK. Let's also drag the top of the box all the way up to our bleed margin. We've got more text formatting to do, so head back inside the box by clicking twice and highlight the name of the lecture, Finding Creativity in an Urban Space. With this text highlighted, click our text style from earlier on the CC Libraries panel. We have just a couple more graphics to place, so we'll go back to File, Place, and select both the icon file and stamp file by holding the Command key on a Mac or Control on a PC. Click Open and your cursor will be loaded up with both images. Click once to place the first image, and again to place the second. Let's center align the social media icons with the text box against the bottom margin, and put the stamp in the top right corner, snap to our margins. Lastly, we'll create a triangle using the polygon tool in the toolbar. Click on the page, and choose 3 for the number of sides. Then we'll fix the style like we did with our square, setting the fill to orange, and removing the stroke. Now, press V on the keyboard to switch back to our selection tool, and we can size and position our triangle. That looks good.